So Ron, for you, you know, the club is traveling too much to the left through contact, right? Okay. But a lot of that starts with your setup because your ball position, you know, was way the heck off your front foot. In fact, even hitting an iron, it was almost outside of your foot, right? So if you were to put some balls down to form a little arc, right? This is kind of the arc of the golf swing, right? And if the ball is too far forward, of course I'm just creating an extreme example just so it's obvious, right? If the ball is too far forward, well, the only way you're going to be able to get to it is if the path is swinging to the left. So all these fades that you were hitting started in the setup. You know, conversely, if we had a ball that was too far back in our stance, the only way we could connect with that ball would be the path swinging more to the right. So for you, just getting the ball position more reasonable, I like to have it about a club head width inside your lead heel for shots off the ground. But if you're going to err on the side of caution, you know, just experiencing and practice some balls more towards the center, it's going to help you hit cleaner golf shots, right? So once we have the ball in a reasonable spot, right, now the shape of our swing can be more neutral relative to our target, right? Now, because you had the ball so far forward, not only was that kind of opening your chest up a little bit, but as you were swinging back, the handle of the club was pushing more away from you, right? Which pushes the club head away from you, which gets your lead arm away from you. Now at the top of your swing, your arm is too much up over your head as opposed to being more over your shoulder. And then of course, if the club head points to the left at the top, it's going to tend to swing to the left at the bottom. And of course for you it has to because the ball's too far forward to begin with, right? So once we had the ball in a more reasonable spot, now the goal for you was to feel like your right pocket was going to turn back a little bit, right? And then while you're doing that, you're trying to get the handle of the club to move a little bit closer to your body as opposed to farther away. So the club head is traveling on an arc, right? Well, the handle needs to travel on an arc as well. So when you do that, it feels like your left arm's kind of close to your body, no more window between your arms. And then now as you turn to the top, now your lead arm is more of your trail shoulder, and now your return path back to the ball is more neutral. You know, so ball then turf contact, tight little draw, as opposed to hitting behind it, pulling it, and getting a fade.
Yeah, I was pulling the short irons when I set up.
Right.
Oh, this is great, man. Thank you.
Now, with any piece of coaching information, there's a disclaimer, there's a warning label, which is if you're going to screw this up, this is how you're going to do it. Right? So the one thing I want you to be careful of is while you're trying to get the handle of the club moving on more of an arc, I don't want the club head to travel around with the handle. See that?
Okay. Right.
Because that would create a whole different problem. So if you look at the head to handle relationship, right, here at address, if I just keep this relationship the same, see how this lead wrist has a little bend in it? If I just go ahead and rotate my hips and keep that relationship the same, the head stays outside of the handle. The head's still moving on a nice gentle arc, okay, but I'm not pulling the club head around just because I'm trying to get the handle working closer to my body as opposed to away, okay, right? That's just an important thing to take note of, put yourself on film, and make sure that's not happening, because we don't want to create a new problem. We just want to take an old contact and flight issue and make it more reasonable so that, you know, as you leave, you go out there and have some more fun. Sound good?
That's awesome. Thank you.
Great job.